Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to be bringing you my full 32 team NFL post-draft power rankings. We're going to get straight into it here. We're going to go every single team from worst to best, how good I think they're going to do next season. And we're going to start it off at 32. This one's pretty easy. It's going to be the Arizona Cardinals. They're set up decent for the future. No Kyler this year. It's going to be rough for them. I have them finishing last. Then we got the Houston Texans coming in here at number 31. They had a great draft, but I'm worried a little bit about their future because of all the draft capital they traded away to get Will Anderson. A little bit scary. I don't think they're going to be great this year, but I like C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson for the future. Coming in at 30, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No Tom Brady, Baker Mayfield. I think it's going to be rough for them. They have a very dark future. I don't know what they're going to do at the quarterback position. I assume it's going to be Baker most of the season, but they might switch it up at some point, and I think they're going to have to because Baker's not going to do great. But coming in at 29, I have the Washington Commanders. They didn't have the best draft, but they didn't have a horrible draft. My thoughts on them just really haven't changed. I think they're going to be a below-average team. They don't have a quarterback really. I guess Sam Howell is going to be their starter. And I thought he was decent at the end of last season, but not good enough to lead this team anywhere. Coming in at 28 now, we have the Indianapolis Colts. Love Anthony Richardson, but he's not an NFL-ready quarterback, so he's going to have his struggles to start his career. I personally think they should go with Gardner Minshew to start the season. Let Richardson sit for a little bit. Maybe put him in around week 4 or 5. But of course they're going to have a rough season, but I think they got a really bright future. Coming in at 27, though, we got the Tennessee Titans. The Titans are going to fall off hard this year. They lost like 7 in a row to end the season last year and missed the playoffs. Tannehill sucks. Will Levis, I don't like him. I'm not very high on him. Derrick Henry's old. I just don't like this Titan team, and I think they're going to finish 27th in the NFL. Now coming into our next tier, starting it off, we got the Atlanta Falcons at 26. Decent draft. The Bijan Robinson pick, I love Bijan Robinson, but it kind of confused me. I thought they could have gone a lot of different ways, like Jalen Carter maybe. But, I mean, they had a solid draft. I do think they're going to struggle, though, in this weak NFC South anyways. But 25 now is going to be the Chicago Bears, who got a lot of draft picks trading away the number 1 overall pick, ended up getting a tackle with the 10th overall pick after trading down again from 9 to 10. I think they're going to have a slightly rough season. Hopefully the rookie tackle can do good, help protect Justin Fields, but it's going to be a long season for Bears fans. But I truly believe Justin Fields has the potential to be a top 10 quarterback in the NFL. Coming at 24, the team who traded with the Bears to get the number 1 overall pick and pick Bryce Young, the Carolina Panthers. I think they have a shot to win this division. It all comes down to Bryce Young's play. I have him finishing second in the division right now, but that very well could change by September. My thoughts on them could shake up a lot, but it all depends on how good Bryce Young plays, and I'm worried because he has no weapons to help him out. But I got the Panthers at 24. Coming in at 23, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. They're going to have a very similar season to last year. They basically just replaced Derek Carr with Derek Carr, but it's Jimmy Garoppolo instead. I don't know what they're thinking. They seem to think that's going to change things. It won't. They're going to have a very similar year, finish last in this division this year. Because at 22, I have the Broncos, who very well could end up even better finishing with a playoff spot. It really depends on how good Russell Wilson plays. If he actually is washed and done, the Broncos are really screwed. If he does turn around with Sean Payton, which I think he could, they will make the playoffs, I think, or be a fringe playoff team. But for now, I have to put him all the way down here at 22. Coming in at 21, though, we got the Browns. The Cleveland Browns are right here. I've seen I messed up this here. This should be 21. But the Browns are finishing 21st in the NFL. Just nothing special with them. Deshaun Watson played awful last year. We will see how he does this year. He could turn it around. If he does turn it around, that'll be huge for this Browns team. But for now, I have to put him at 21. assuming they're not going to do much better than they did last season. Coming up next, we have at 20th the Green Bay Packers. I think it's going to be a rough year for the Packers without Aaron Rodgers. Who knows? Jordan Love could be the next Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre. They could get a third quarterback to do it again for them. I just don't see it happening this season. They don't have the best weapons. Christian Watson's okay. They have a good running back duo, but other than that, I just don't love this Packers team, so I have them at 20th. Coming in at 19, we have the LA Rams, who won a Super Bowl just 2 seasons ago, and then last year were just attacked by injuries. Stafford, Kupp, Aaron Donald, all down. They're all going to be back this year. Sean McVay did come back, so we could see the Rams back in the postseason, but I can't trust that, so for now I have to put them at 19, right ahead of the Packers, and behind the New England Patriots, so I have in at 18. I think Patriots are going to finish last in a very good AFC East. If they weren't in the AFC East, if they were in the NFC really, I think the Patriots would make the playoffs. Unfortunately, they're in one of the hardest divisions in football, and they're going to get the short end of the stick as they are the worst team in that division. They're going to go around 500, and I have them at 18. Now, number 17, we got the Saints. If the Saints don't win this division this year, they've lost all hope. Like, this is their best chance to win the division. You got Derek Carr, you got Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave's been great. I mean, this is your year. You got a solid defense, and you're playing in the worst division. If you're the Saints, you have to win this division this year, get back into the postseason, and I think they very well could do that. I have them at 17. But 16 is going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. I have them at 16 because that's right in the middle. Average. What do the Steelers do every year? Win 8-9 games. Hit 500, just over 500. They do whatever it takes to get a winning record, but that's all they do. They won't get past 8 or 9 wins this season, but I do think they will get 8 or 9 wins. Kenny Pickett, we could see have a massive step this season, and that would be nice to see, but I have them at 16 right now. Moving on to number 15 in our next tier, it's the Minnesota Vikings, who I think are going to fall off hard. Just an awful defense. Lost some key pieces. They lost Adam Thielen, and their division got a lot tougher. Other than the loss of Aaron Rodgers, we got the Bears improving a lot, Lions improving greatly. I have the Vikings dropping to 15, but they could very well still make a playoff spot. Coming in at 14, I got the Seattle Seahawks, finishing just ahead of the Vikings, fringe playoff team similar to the Vikings. They had a great draft class, Devin Witherspoon, JSN, going to help Geno Smith out a lot. They got some solid defensive pieces in the second round as well. Seahawks will be very good this season, but I have them at 14 here post-draft. And now 13, I have the New York Giants, who we could very well see back in the playoffs. It really depends on how well Danny Dimes will play this season. He was great last season. Brian DeBall, however you say his name, defending coach of the year, really turned that program around. They're going to need him to coach a very good season again this year. But coming in at number 12, Los Angeles Chargers. One of the best rosters on paper, but we know how they perform. They just can't get it done in a tough division, and I think it's going to happen again. They may be going to make a wild card, but if they do, they're not going to go far, maybe not even win a game in the postseason. But I have them at 12. They have a top, probably 5 roster in the NFL. They just can't seem to get it done. Coming at number 11, though, I have the Miami Dolphins. They're a fringe top 10 team in the NFL, and I think they're going to finish 3rd in their own division. That AFC East division is so stacked, and I think they're going to finish 3rd. Such a good roster for the Dolphins. They have the potential to win that division, but they also have the potential to get last in that division. I have them at 11. Now we're entering our top 10, and we're going to kick it off with the Aaron Rodgers-led New York Jets. In a very tough AFC East, as I just mentioned. I think they're going to finish just ahead of the Dolphins, a top 10 team. I think people are severely overrating them with Aaron Rodgers. Rodgers does not instantly make that a Super Bowl caliber team. It gives them the ceiling of a Super Bowl, but more realistically, probably divisional round. That would be my guess. Coming at number 9, though, the Baltimore Ravens. I'm pretty high on the Ravens this year, drafting Zay Flowers, Lamar Jackson signed an extension. They got OBJ. I don't think OBJ and Antonio Brown, who they also signed, are going to be spectacular, but I think they could both post 700, 800-yard seasons, along with possibly a 1,000-yard season with Zay Flowers. Going to help out Lamar. Obviously, they have Mark Andrews. I like this Ravens team. Coming at number 8, though, the Detroit Lions. I've been waiting for this one. Jared Goff, most underrated quarterback in the league, and he is going to lead this team to a division crown, and possibly, I think with how weak the NFC is, we could see him in the NFC Championship game and maybe even the Super Bowl this season. Like, this Lions team, I'm really high on. Now, Super Bowl would be a little bit like, we're jumping the gun a little bit there, but honestly, this team's ceiling is a championship. I really, truly believe that, and I do believe they're going to win this NFC North. Coming in at number 7, though, the Dallas Cowboys. Fringe top 5 team, they're not going to win the division because of those dang Philadelphia Eagles. I hate the Cowboys. They're going to be good, though. Have to admit that. I do think they're going to fall off a little bit this year, though. But Tony Pollard's really going to get his chance this season, and I'm excited to watch that. Coming in at number 6, though, a team I'm even higher on, the Jacksonville Jaguars. 6th best team in the NFL. You heard it here first. They are going to make a run this year, except this is a very, very, very good AFC, so we could see that run come to an end relatively early in the postseason. But they're going to easily win this AFC South division. I think win 11, 12 games. And I have them at 6, even though I only think they're going to win 11 or 12 games because they got a tough schedule. But I truly believe they are better than almost any team in the NFC. Coming at number 5, kicking off our top 5, the Buffalo Bills, who just fail to meet expectations. And it's just disappointment after disappointment year in and year out. Had a great draft, though. The tight end pick in the first round was a little questionable, but then picking up the guard in the second round, great pick. I have the Bills at 5. Another year where they're probably going to get to the divisional championship round, face the Chiefs or Bengals, and just choke it away. But I have them at 5. And number 4 is the San Francisco 49ers, who almost had a trip to the Super Bowl, instead got crushed in the NFC Championship game, and their quarterback lost his elbow. This 49ers quarterback room is one of the craziest things I've seen. Brock Purdy, Trey Lance, Sam Darnold. We don't really know who the starter is going to be. We could probably see all 3 of those guys get a start this season, and they're going to get carried by that defense and the weapons around them. I have them at number 4. You could argue any of these top 5 rotated in any order, but I have the Niners at 4, with the Bengals at 3. They just missed out on a chance to go to the Super Bowl last season with the unnecessary roughness call at the end of the AFC Championship game. Tough way for the Bengals to end this season. Joe Burrow, though, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, the very good defense that really seems to just show out in the playoffs. I love this Bengals team. I think we could very well see them back AFC Championship game, Super Bowl this season. Coming at number 2, though, it has to be the Eagles, meaning the Chiefs will be our number 1 team, but we will start by talking about the Eagles. Heartbreaking loss in the Super Bowl, Bradbury holding call. Bright side, though, locked up Jalen Hurts for a long-term deal. Great draft, one of the best drafts this season, picking up Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith. Just a great draft class for the Philadelphia Eagles. They are the best team in the NFC, which is why they were in the Super Bowl last year, and they will probably get back there this year. There's just not really a team in the NFC that can stop them realistically, other than the 49ers, who they absolutely destroyed last season. Now moving on to the Chiefs, they have to be the number 1 team. They just won the Super Bowl. They have Patrick Mahomes, the greatest quarterback in the league, possibly greatest quarterback of all time when it's all said and done, and they have to be a number 1 team. If they're not, you're just being a delusional and a hater. They're the best team in the NFL, and I don't really think it's an argument. That's my list, 1 through 32, Cardinals all the way up to the Chiefs. Let me know what you guys think of this down below. Where was I right? Where was I wrong? let me know. But that's all I have for you guys today. If you did enjoy, please like, subscribe. I'll see you guys on next time. Peace out.